Welcome back, everybody. It is, of course, Oprelia here, and today we're going to be exploring top 5 platforms where you can sell your AI prompts for money, whatever it's for MidJourney, ChatGPT, Claude, VO3, Sora, you name it. These platforms allow you to sell your unique ideas, and actually there is also a market for that. So let's get started out with the first entry on this list, which is PromptBase, which I personally have the most experience with, as I have sold many MidJourney based images throughout this platform over the years. And this is a pretty handy platform, as it is actually supporting multitude of different submissions throughout different platforms. So VO, MidJourney, let's actually go into the very bottom, and that's where we can see the whole list. So we are talking about Flux, Dall-E, ChatGPT, Kling, Hailuo, Google Imagen, Stable Diffusion, DeepSeek, ChatGPT, Leonardo AI, Llama, Cloud, Ideogram, Gemini, ChatGPT, Grok, VO, and MidJourney Video. So there's a lot of different niches to basically jump into. One of the things you need to understand is that when somebody has like done school animal posters, there's not going to be another person who can submit throughout the ChatGPT image category a similar style of prompt for sale. So there has to be a bit of uniqueness to your prompt set. So you have to basically do a couple of prompts with the text that you have given, and give a couple of samples over here, and then people can basically see like what type of results. This one is not very good in my opinion, because these are very varied results, but whatever. So basically the way it works is that if somebody already has kind of taken a niche, it's really hard to get yours approved within that niche. Now I could try to do the school animal posters within MidJourney, but now on ChatGPT, like on Sora, this is probably taken now. And you can make actually a decent amount of money here. So if we go into my sales tab, and I haven't really made that many new publishments since like 23, I believe, have not published anything new into this platform. But you are having the ability to basically sell your prompts from like $2.99, I believe, to like $6 or something. That is the price thing. And there's basically going to be a 20% fee, which the platform is taking from when the prompts are being sold. So I made, maybe, I don't know, give and take $40 throughout this platform. So it's a pretty good for the amount of things that I basically had on sale, because I only have like 8 things over here actually on display. Maybe I should be creating more of this stuff and try to actually make money. But fundamentally, like, in case you're, by the way, interested in buying these prompt steps, well, I'm actually revealing them now for free. But whatever, I'm going to be linking my profile also down below, and you can buy them if you want to support the channel, or you can also obviously start selling yourself and actually make some nice side income. And it supports payments throughout Stripe, and I do believe that they were at point giving some crypto or PayPal, things, but I don't think those ever followed through. But overall, like, there's many different things you can sell here, because it started out with only at MidJourney prompts. But let's move into our next next entry. We have a Vibe prompts, and this is another one where we basically are able to sell a bunch of different stuff. And these guys do have other things which were not listed on PromptBase. So for example, they have Firefly. So that's another one, like maybe you're specialized in a certain specific platform over here. So what do we have? We have MidJourney, Dall-E, Stable Diffusion Video, GPT, Claude, Gemini, Versal, Bolt New, VO2, Grok, Leonardo, Llama, and Adobe Firefly. It's a bit of a different roster over here. And this is not as big of a platform, to my understanding, compared to PromptBase. But nonetheless, there are still customers here buying out stuff. And I don't know what is the verification process on this platform to get actually approved. It seems to be, pretty decent, at least in terms of the browsing. So I kind of like their interface and layout a bit more here. And obviously, as I just said, there are like other types of different things which are available. And there is obviously a profile that you can create for free. And there's obviously a seller's dashboard. I don't know how much is going to be the cost. Can you actually determine the money? As I have not, submitted any of the things here yet. But in case you're going to be creating, let's say, MidJourney prompt, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't sell it on both Vibe prompts and also on PromptBase. So definitely you want to submit it into multiple platforms as you jump in. But let's move into our third platform. We have LaPrompt, and this is another platform where you're able to sell multitude of different AI things, and this includes things like Playground AI, Gen 2, Leonardo AI, Stable Diffusion, Dall-E 2, ChatGPT, MidJourney, basically a lot of the similar stuff once again. And this, LaPrompt and Vibe prompts are really like alongside with PromptBase, kind of the top 3 platforms. Obviously, there's Prompt Hero, but that website is not really specified for selling stuff. It's more for like sharing prompts. But there's a lot of things you can kind of steal from other people, and even maybe, let's say, we would even buy this idea from here and then we would sell it on the other platforms. So there's many things to be kind of tricky about it, and you can browse galleries on multitude of different platforms and get ideas yourself, and maybe you do a slight variation. I always embrace people to be a bit more unique and try to like do things on a different way. And this one also looks pretty good platform, but it doesn't seem to be as many views on these prompts as that one had 3 views, 4 views. So LaPrompt doesn't maybe have as many people using the platform in terms of customers contrasted to the other 2. But once again, in case you're going to be prompting stuff, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't sell it on other platforms unless they're going to be offering a smaller cut. Now, the last 2 platforms we are going to be touching upon is Fiverr, one of them, and this is obviously not a traditional place to sell prompts, as it is kind of for a lot of other things, but I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to sell forms of prompts in the Fiverr platform. It may not be the most ideal platform, but there has been a lot of AI related things that has been sold, and ideas in general, and these are maybe more specific for, like, as you can see, like they are selling your ideas, maybe like we're doing an article, we're doing fix for this, fix for that, but there's definitely perhaps a niche where you can basically engage into creating out prompts as well. Fiverr obviously has a bit of a higher pricing, and they too take a lot of cuts, their service fees and things like that. So in case you want to sell it very low, that may not be the platform you want to go for. The very last entry which I want to talk about here is Etsy. And Etsy is a very interesting platform because there is a market for selling digital goods. I have sold PNGs here, like renders of images, like stickers are something you can sell here, which are AI generated, for example. But a lot of people are selling here prompt packages. So maybe you're selling forms of portraits or forms of videos or reels or compilations. There's a bit of a different style of a format here. Instead of selling a specific niche, there might be selling out a lot more different stuff. Now, the difference between Etsy and the other platforms here is that they do have a listing fee, and that is determined on a couple of different extra, metrics. There's obviously self-promotion tools, like you can play ads in Etsy. So there's a couple of convenience ways to actually get exposure on the platform, which I like about it. But I think it's like just like a €1, or is it a half a euro a year for listing a one entry. And it's not too bad, and obviously there are some fees that they take, but then again, like in Etsy, there's a lot of volume that you can actually move in terms of, like you can sell a lot of products here. Like, for example, here we have, well, this is not exactly what we're looking for, but 3D posters. But yeah, some of these have sold quite a lot on this platform in terms of like prompts, and you want to go very, very specific. Like this one has 207 sales. So that's a lot of money that this guy has generated, or this girl has generated, over just a one particular product over here at Etsy. But you have to maybe sell a bit more premium stuff, and you have to be patient, and you also maybe have to do some investing on the ads themselves on the platform to maximize the gains, as maybe you can advertise first time, and then you're going to be creating customers, and then they were going to be getting feeds of your new publishments and all that type of stuff. So that's pretty good. But that basically wraps up what I have to cover here today in case of these AI prompts. It's a bit of a niche market, but there's definitely money to be made there, and I would definitely not sleep on making money by selling AI prompts, especially if you're doing this on, on a regular basis, and it's a really low effort to basically get that stuff done in the first place, so why not? But thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel by subscribing, and like this video. Leave a comment. Have you sold any prompts, or do you plan to? Let me know in the comments. But thanks for watching. I will be seeing you in the next video. Cheers.